Hello everyone, today we are going to discuss about frozen shoulder. Frozen shoulder is also known as adhesive capsulitis or periarthritic shoulder. Adhesive, if you decode this word adhesive meaning something which helps in the binding. आप गम को imagine कर सकते हैं. Capsulitis meaning it is the inflammation of the capsule. So it is known as adhesive capsulitis or periarthritic shoulder. There will be pain and progressive limitations of some of the movement of the shoulder joint. This is usually seen in an elderly individual. Periarthritic shoulder is of two types. The first one is called as primary idiopathy. Idiopathic का मतलब है हमें कॉज नहीं पता है, एक्चुअल क्या जो कॉज है वो हमें पता नहीं है. सेकेंडरी टाइप इन विच इट ऑकर्स बिकॉज ऑफ द प्री एग्जिस्टिंग डिजीज. सो जो पहले जो कोई डिजीज़ होगा जिसके कारण पेरीआर्थराइटिक शोल्डर हो जाएगा. सो फॉर एग्जांपल इट कैन रिजल्ट इन द पेशेंट विद डायबिटीज़, tuberculosis, cardiac ischemia or hemiplegia. Why? Because there is a prolonged immobilization in this phase. It will result into periarthritic shoulder. सो यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं ये जॉइंट कैप्सूल है. दिस इज नोन एज शोल्डर जॉइंट कैप्सूल which has because of the inflammation it has become very stiff, and the synovial fluid which is present it has also got decreased. And because of the synovial fluid you know that it helps in the lubrication. Because of the lubrication you are able to move your shoulder very freely. But in this case the synovial fluid which is present it has become decreased and it result into stiffness. And because of this stiffness there will be pain while moving the shoulder and the patient is unable to move his shoulder in all the direction. The first motion which is lost or which is gone is the external rotation. सो इन्फ्लामेशन के कारण फाइब्रोसिस हो जाएगा और द जॉइंट कैप्सूल विल बिकम थिक बिकॉज ऑफ द फाइब्रस टिश्यू फॉर्मेशन. एंड दिस फाइब्रस टिश्यू formation and there will be also adhesion which will be present, and there is a decrease in the synovial fluids and the joint stiffness will result. And let's proceed to the stages of the frozen shoulder. The first stage is called as freezing stage which will last for 6 to 9 months. So any movement of the shoulder cause pain and ability to the move the shoulder becomes limited. फ्रीजिंग स्टेज में क्या होगा, अगर आप ज़रा सा शोल्डर को मूव करेंगे तो आपको बहुत सारा पेन होगा एंड ऑल्सो एबिलिटी टू द मूव द शोल्डर विल ऑल्सो बी लिमिटेड. अगर आप ज़्यादा मूव नहीं कर पाओगे अपने शोल्डर को. द सेकेंड स्टेज विच लास्ट फॉर 4 to 12 months इज़ द फ्रोजन स्टेज. Pain might be lessened in this stage but the shoulder will become stiff. So second stage में that is the frozen stage shoulder बहुत stiff हो जाएगा but pain decrease हो जाएगा. The last one which is called as thawing stage or resolution stage which lasts for 12 to 24 months. इस ड्यूरेशन में क्या होगा, द शोल्डर एबिलिटी टू मूव बिगिनस टू इम्प्रूव. शोल्डर मूव करने की जो एबिलिटी है शोल्डर की वो इम्प्रूव हो जाएगी. सो फर्स्ट स्टेज में आपको क्या ध्यान रखना है इज़ द पेन. द सेकेंड स्टेज देर विल बी स्टिफनेस एंड इन द थर्ड स्टेज देर विल बी इंक्रीज इन द रेंज ऑफ द मोशन. द शोल्डर्स एबिलिटी टू मूव बिगिनस टू इम्प्रूव इन द थर्ड स्टेज. So this is what you need to remember. Moving towards the clinical feature, there will be diffuse pain in the shoulder, restriction of the movement in all the planes, so patient will be unable to do the movements at the shoulder joint, and lack of the active and the passive movement in the shoulder joint. So if at all you are doing active or the passive range of the movement, it will be restricted. And often the first movement which is affected is the external rotation, which is very much important. So limitation of the abduction and the external rotation of the shoulder. Investigation, so you can go for X-ray or MRI because we have to rule out some of the soft tissue injury. For example, rotator cuff injuries can be seen, and X-ray for looking for the bone related injuries. Treatment can be divided into conservative and the surgical treatment. First we will be looking at the conservative treatment. So NSAIDs to reduce the pain and steroids, that is intra-articular steroid injections are given. Why? Because to reduce the pain. Hyaluronic acids, it helps in the lubrication of the joints and thereby reduction in the stiffness. Methylprednisolone and the lignocaine is injected into the joint 50 to 200 of the ml of the normal saline under pressure. So the combinations of the methylprednisolone, that is the corticosteroids and the local anesthetic, helps in the reduction of the pain. Physiotherapy can also be given, that is pendular exercises which is known as Codman's exercises or the stick exercises can be given to the patient. So this is the intra-articular injection which is given to the patient to relieve the pain. So these are the exercises which is called as Codman's exercises. The first one is the Codman's exercises and second one is the towel exercises by making use of the towel. So you can tell the patient to make use of the towel. Why? Because we want to stretch the shoulder joints to improve the range of the motion and also to improve the muscle functions of the shoulder joint. Next, Codman exercises in which in the first case you have to see in the first case you can see that you have to ask the patient to bend forward and rotate his arm in clockwise direction. So you have to rotate the arm in the clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. Initially, he can take a smaller circle and then he can widen the circle in Codman's exercises. Surgical management, manipulation under GA and the arthroscopic capsular release can be done. The complications of the manipulation under GA is that there can be a surgical neck of the humerus fracture. Thank you. If you like the video, please do like, share and subscribe.